They all died in Death Valley except me. My flashlight swept across 5 lifeless bodies inside the RV, their faces frozen in various expressions of agony. With trembling fingers, I dialed 911. Emergency services, what's your emergency? My voice came out as a hoarse whisper. I'm on Highway 190 in Death Valley. Everyone in our RV is dead. Sir, can you confirm your exact location? We're dispatching units immediately. The words fell from my mouth like stones. About 5 miles past Stovepipe Wells, heading east. Nevada plate RVD 318. 5 people dead. I'm the only survivor. Part 1. An hour and a half later, sirens pierced the desert silence. I huddled against a rock formation 10 yards from the RV, wrapped in a mud-stained jacket, clutching a dying power bank with numb fingers. The forensics team, state troopers, and local detectives arrived almost simultaneously. 6 of us had rented this RV for a Death Valley expedition. Now 5 corpses sat twisted in their seats, still buckled in. Jake, our self-appointed leader, slumped over the steering wheel, his forehead pressed against the horn that made no sound. Madison in the passenger seat had her mouth frozen mid-scream, eyes wide with terror. In the back, Tyler, Marcus, and Ken the photographer were contorted in various positions, some curled up, others thrown back, their faces locked in expressions of extreme pain or confusion. No visible wounds. As if life had simply been ripped from their bodies. I couldn't look anymore. My stomach churned violently. A detective wrapped in a thick jacket approached, flashlight beam hitting my face. You said you all celebrated reaching the highest point yesterday, had some drinks, then you fell asleep and woke up to find them dead? I nodded, shivering. Yes. What time did you fall asleep? I struggled to think through my frozen brain. Around 10 p.m., I think. Just after we passed Telescope Peak. I was exhausted. What was everyone doing when you last saw them? Ken was photographing the stars. Jake was driving. Marcus and Tyler were discussing tomorrow's route. Madison seemed to have altitude sickness. She was resting with her eyes closed. The detective's gaze cut through me like a blade. They're all dead. Why are you alive? I stared back, lost. Why was I the only survivor? We'd all endured the same altitude at 11,000 feet. Drank the same whiskey. Suffered the same exhaustion from days of desert hiking. But they died. And I lived. Seeing my silence, the detective's voice softened slightly, though the probing remained. Anything else you want to add? I hesitated, then whispered, there's something I don't know if it was real or a dream. While I was sleeping, I thought I heard someone calling my name, saying they were cold. So cold. Did you wake up? I shook my head numbly. Terror had wiped my memory clean. I couldn't remember how I'd woken, how I'd discovered their bodies, or even how I'd gotten out of the RV. When consciousness returned, I was already calling 911. The detective saw my condition and stopped questioning, leading me to a heated patrol car. Dawn broke over the desert. Through the window, I watched forensics and investigators work tirelessly. Preliminary assessment, complex cause of death. Highly suspected acute altitude sickness leading to cardiac arrest or pulmonary edema, possibly combined with carbon monoxide poisoning or hypothermia. A bespectacled medical examiner removed his outer gloves, voice muffled by the wind.